Hi, my name is Kyra and this is Life in My 20s. My name is Kyra. I'm from Springfield, Illinois, born and raised here. My childhood, I got two siblings. We were all raised in the house together. My stepdad, my mom, and we grew up. At a point in time, we separated, so it went from being me and my siblings, well, me and all three of us, to my mom, my sister, and me. I had the excitement to get older, but I wish I would have took my time. I wish when I was at my age, I would have slowed down. I wish I would have went to college. I actually dropped out. I did some college time, and then I ended up dropping out. After that, I went and got a job working with children, and that's when my love started for kids. And working up until now, that's what I've been doing, is working with kids. At the time, I don't feel like school is right for me. I was very learning who I was and trying to figure out who I am and what I like to do. And I just feel like it wasn't right for me at the time, which is why now I figure out who I am and what I want to do, who I want to be. I'm going back to school. So when I dropped out, I was actually probably 19. I dropped out of college. I went to a local community college, and I ended up dropping out. And after that, figuring out who I was, I got a couple of odd jobs. One of them ended up being with kids, so I did some serving, and then I worked with kids during the day too. So when I did that, I was like, yeah, I love this. I love kids. They're free. They're all that. So that's where my love for that started, and I did that for a few years, and I ended up growing into, well, I wouldn't say growing into because I'm still learning who I am, but yeah, I figured out what I want to do for a living. I'll say that. When I dropped out of school, I started doing hostings, serving jobs, anything to get money. Not anything, but going to working. I worked a couple of retail jobs. None of that was for me. I got this one job working at elementary school. And that's where I was like, oh yeah, this is what I want to do. Working at elementary school, I did that for a couple of years. And then I wanted to expand and work with different ages. So I worked for elementary school, but I started working for a daycare. So those are ages 0 to 5. It went from being 5 to 10 to 0 to 5. I did the daycare and I was like, yeah. I love, yeah. So after the daycare, I ended up getting my own license to do this for myself. So it was more money and it was more controlled of how I wanted to be, how I wanted to go, and I enjoyed that. So leading up to now, I did that I'm 27 now, so I started that when I was 19, 20 years old. Now I quit my daycare, going back to school. My plan is to expand, be able to go to school and then open a daycare building. Motherhood in your 20s, I feel like it's rough. I would say I don't want to discredit anything, but being a mother in your 20s is, I feel like you're growing with your child. So we are growing up together. We are learning how to be people still, and they're just now learning how to be people, period. So we're teaching them. I feel like being a mother in your 20s is I cannot find the word to describe it. It's amazing. I feel like being a younger mother is very, I don't know how to explain it. I'm sorry. It was scary, but I feel like I was already an adult I knew what I wanted to do already. So I wasn't scrambling and struggling for money or not figuring out or knowing what I wanted to do. How am I going to take care of this child and me and us? And I feel like it worked out perfect for me. I was already running a daycare, so I've worked with kids. It wasn't like I just dropped the baby into this life and was like, oh, how do I care for it? But it was it was more, I have this baby. Now I got to figure out how I'm going to do this day to day, all day. So instead of it being 7 to 5 every day, it's a all day thing. So I don't know. I feel like it happened perfectly for me. I'm in a transition period right now, and it's scary. It's very scary. I just recently quit the daycare that I had for the last couple of years, and I'm transitioning to signing up for school and doing that while still raising my 2 kids and figuring out like what we're going to do, how our schedule is going to be, and how we're going to live our day-to-day lives, and how it's going to be different for us. But so far, it's only been 2 weeks. It's only been 2 weeks. I think the biggest challenge so far is this transition period from doing something every day to nothing. Like I am waiting to hear back from schools, and I think this is the biggest challenge. Waiting and this waiting period and figuring out what, yeah, that's the biggest struggle so far. We were talking about financial literacy. That is one thing I wish I knew inside and out. I figured it out somewhat, but I'm still navigating my way through financial literacy, and that's something I wish I knew to begin with. Parents especially need to stop being so pushy, like, go to school. Figure out now you've grown up, you leave, go to college and figure it out. I feel like as a community, the help I would have been looking for was another person my age. Feeling mental health was not there for me at the time. So I've had to grow into all of that. I've had to figure that out. So a lot of mental help would have been great. A lot of home help would have been great. And a lot of help at that community college would have been great. Because your grades are plunking. What's wrong with your grades? Like, why your grades look like this? What's going on? You were a ABC student in high school, but now, like, what's happening? So I feel like a lot more intervention. Success means to me, I feel like it's a personal preference. So success means how do you feel like you're successful? What makes you successful? Like, does the amount of money make you successful? Does the amount of things you've accomplished make you successful? Success means you are where you want to be in life. You are happy. You've met all your goals. Everything. Yes. Well, I wish that I was focused more on myself other than other people. I wish I would have poured into me instead of pouring into relationships or anything other than myself. Doing better is what keeps me motivated. There's always more, so that's what keeps me motivated too. There's room to grow. Goals I want to hit are opening a building, getting my license to do so alone. I want to be as wealthy as possible in 5 years. So not only do I love what I do already, but I want to love what I do and I want to make money from it. That's the only way to live. You got to have money. So I want to be as wealthy as possible. The advice I would give people, I would tell people to try different things. Try out serving, retail, if you have the opportunity to learn from somebody or something, if there's a opportunity out there where you're like, I don't know if I want to do this, but give it a try. Don't just shun it out. Give it a try. Then that's the only way you're going to learn about how you like to do or what you like to do and what you don't like to do. I feel like older women, like an older sister. I have an older sister, but at the time we weren't as close. We are very close now, but having somebody older than me, and not, I'm saying older, but a couple years, like a woman that's, when I was 19, 20, 21, an older woman like 27, 28, 29, telling me like, girl, you need to do this, you need to do that. I feel like it starts with us. As a woman, I feel like you should pour into yourself more than anything else. Learn you before you try to learn how to do anything else.